Harvey will hit as a ferocious Category 3. Blame game. President Trump turns his fire on the Republican leaders of the House and Senate as the threat of a government shutdown looms over money to pay for his border wall. The winner is a Massachusetts mom claims one of the largest jackpots in history. One lucky ticket, $758 million. A priest's KKK past. A confession sends shockwaves through the community. Cheerleading outrage over video of a coach holding down a girl who cries out in pain, pleading with him to stop. And an accidental icon taking the fashion world by storm. Nightly News begins right now.
From NBC News World Headquarters in New York, this is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here tonight. The warning from officials is as ominous as it is blunt. Get out now. Tens of thousands living along the Texas Gulf Coast under a hurricane warning right now as Harvey whips itself into a major hurricane, a lumbering but dangerous storm that could come ashore a little over 24 hours from now and dump some truly unbelievable amounts of flooding rains over the next several days. Already sustained winds are at 85 miles an hour. They could be over 100 when the storm comes ashore near Corpus Christi late tomorrow or early Saturday. And that's where Jacob Rascone begins our reporting tonight.
Tonight, the forecast is urgent and distressing.
This is a very, very bad scenario for us here.
Hurricane Harvey intensifying rapidly, expected to slam into Texas as a Category 3.
We are going to, in the strongest possible terms, encourage the residents in the low-lying areas, as they say, get out of Dodge.
Harvey would be the first hurricane to make landfall in Texas since 2008, when Hurricane Ike killed 21 people in Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana and caused billions of dollars in damage. In 2005, Hurricane Katrina and Hurricane Rita also made landfall as Category 3 storms, devastating Texas and Louisiana, more than 1,000 people killed and more than $100 billion in damage. From Beaumont to San Antonio and Dallas to New Orleans, the preparations tonight are urgent.
It's getting more and more serious as time goes by.
A rush on gas, water, food, and flashlights. The nation's fourth largest city, Houston, bracing for catastrophic flooding throughout, expecting more than 15 inches of rain over the next 5 days. Here in Corpus Christi, boards are coming up and sails are coming down. As Chuck Griffin prepares his boat, he remembers the last time a storm this strong hit here.
47 years ago.
Wow. And what did that do to the town?
Decimated it. It was a disaster.
So what do you think now? I mean,
I'm concerned that we're going to have some of the same damage if we get a Category 3 or Category 4 here.
The National Hurricane Center says get out, issuing for the first time a storm surge warning of up to 10 feet.
We need people to get out of those areas where they could potentially drown because of the life-threatening storm surge.
We're standing outside what would normally be a busy restaurant, but now, like so many others, it's boarded up. And this would otherwise be a busy marina, but like so many other areas, it's now evacuated for the most part. The governor has preemptively declared a disaster area in 30 counties, and schools throughout the region are now canceled. Lester.
Looks like folks are heeding the warning. Jacob Rascone, thank you. NBC meteorologist Dylan Dreyer is here with us now, tracking the gathering storm. Dylan, map out the latest forecast and who should be most concerned right now.
Well, definitely the middle coast of Texas right now. Winds are up to 85 miles per hour, so it is a Category 1 storm, but is moving into very favorable conditions for strengthening. So it's forecast to become a major hurricane, a Category 3 storm by Friday afternoon with winds up to 125 miles per hour, and it could maintain that strength as it makes landfall near Corpus Christi overnight Friday into Saturday morning. Then after that, it just meanders. It weakens, but it meanders across eastern Texas, and that's why we could see devastating flooding because of the amount of rain we're expecting over the next several days. Even as far inland as San Antonio over to Houston, 10 to 15 inches with up to 35 inches possible in low-lying areas that could lead to devastating flooding. And then combine that with this storm surge of up to 6 to 12 feet, that could lead to major coastal flooding. So there are a lot of details to iron out within the next 12 to 24 hours, but they're all very serious right now.
But you note it's lingering. Any chance it comes back over water and fires up again?
That's certainly a possibility. So Louisiana needs to watch the forecast because if it moved back into the Gulf, it could re-strengthen.
All right, Dylan, thank you very much. Now to the battle inside the Republican Party over President Trump's threat to shut down the government if he doesn't get funding for a border wall that he once insisted Mexico would pay for. The GOP's leaders in Congress are resistant to funding the project, and today the president took to social media to escalate his feud with them. NBC News White House correspondent Kristen Welker has the latest.
Tonight, a clash of the political titans. President Trump is digging in on his threat to congressional leaders. Fund the border wall or he'll force a government shutdown, a warning he unleashed earlier this week.
Believe me, if we have to close down our government, we're building that wall.
The president attacking GOP leaders by name, taking direct aim at House Speaker Paul Ryan and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on Twitter. The White House publicly downplaying the tensions.
I think the relationships are fine.
But behind the scenes, some White House officials privately worry the attacks could hurt the president's agenda, and one top Republican senator calling the ultimatum disruptive. Still, one senior administration official tells NBC News Mr. Trump sees his tough tweets as a tactic to hold lawmakers' feet to the fire. Now Republicans are firing back.
I don't think a government shutdown is necessary, and I don't think most people want to see a government shutdown. Ourselves included.
Shutting down the government would be a terrible mistake, completely counterproductive.
And tonight, more tough questions for the White House after the president promised Mexico will pay for the wall.
Who's going to pay for the wall? Who?
So will Mexico still foot the bill?
How is that not a concession from this White House that Mexico isn't actually going to pay for this wall and American taxpayers will? Again, this is something the president's committed to.
In border states, they're watching the battle closely. Texas Republican Congressman Will Hurd's district is along the border. He insists the wall is the wrong move.
We should be using technology and manpower in order to secure the 2,000 miles of our border, and that is a fraction of the cost of building a concrete structure.
And fierce debate there among landowners and ranchers, with rising concerns about drugs and crime.
If we can stop it, if we can do a partial stoppage with a wall, why not?
It's a very misguided use of taxpayer money, of resources.
White House officials say they're working with Congress on a compromise short-term funding bill that would keep the government open for a few months without funding the wall, delaying a showdown that's sure to come. Lester.
Kristen Welker at the White House. Thank you, Kristen. Tonight, the Navy says it is suspending search and recovery efforts in the Pacific to find 9 sailors who remain missing after the USS John McCain collided with an oil tanker near Singapore. The Navy says divers will, however, continue to search the flooded compartments inside the ship itself. The body of a 10th sailor has been recovered. All 10 have now been publicly identified. Now to a hostage drama that played out for hours today in Charleston. Authorities say it started when a fired dishwasher shot and killed a chef in a crowded restaurant filled with tourists. He then locked the door to the restaurant and told diners to get down on the floor. All but one managed to run out another exit. After a 3-hour negotiation, the suspect was shot and wounded by police, and the lone hostage was freed. Tonight, a Massachusetts mom has come forward to claim one of the largest jackpots in American history. One ticket worth a whopping $758 million. NBC's Rahema Ellis has the lucky winner and what she plans to do now.
Yay! Mavis Wanzek couldn't believe her own eyes when she checked her Powerball ticket after leaving work.
I go, hey, I have that. I have that. I have that. And he goes, let me see that ticket. He goes, you just won.
Your winning Powerball number tonight.
Her picks, a combination of birthdays and special numbers.
Today, as I'm driving here, I'm still like, oh, this isn't true. This can't be. And then now it's like, I am a winner.
The 53-year-old bought her ticket yesterday afternoon here at this convenience store and gas station in Chicopee, Massachusetts, not far from her home. The store is also a winner. It gets a cool $50,000 for selling the record-breaking ticket. Do you remember selling her the ticket?
Yes, I remember her.
You've seen her before?
I've seen her before, yeah. That's why I remember her. She's a regular here.
Oh, so there's nothing here?
But it was an early morning disappointment for this Massachusetts store owner 80 miles away. Overnight, the State Lotto Commission told the Handy Variety store just outside of Boston that it sold the winning ticket. But officials later had to take that back, saying they announced the wrong store.
This was the result of a human error.
Mavis, the mother of 2 grown children, says now after 32 years of working at a hospital, she's calling it quits.
I've called them and told them I will not be coming back.
Rahima Ellis, NBC News, Chicopee, Massachusetts.
Amazon announced today that its $13.7 billion takeover of Whole Foods will be finalized on Monday, and the tech giant says it will immediately slash prices and soon offer in-store deals to Amazon Prime customers. The move could help refocus Whole Foods' image with critics who've long nicknamed the chain Whole Paycheck over complaints that its prices are too high. Tonight, with the new season just a couple weeks away, the NFL is under pressure and facing protests, rallies in support of a high-profile quarterback who's been to the Super Bowl, who now can't find a team that will sign him. It comes after a season of controversy in which Colin Kaepernick kneeled during the national anthem in protest. Here's NBC's Miguel Almaguer.
Give a job to Kaepernick.
The protest outside NFL headquarters in New York, among the largest the league has seen. More than 1,000 fans, advocates, athletes, and the NAACP standing by the quarterback who took a knee. After a season in which Colin Kaepernick kneeled during the national anthem, the talented quarterback who took the 49ers to the Super Bowl in 2012 has not been signed by a pro team. Payback for protest, say his supporters.
We are all standing with Colin. It is time for the NFL to put up or shut up.
Kaepernick's protest over race relations turned the popular star into a polarizing figure. While some joined his movement, a backlash of anger followed him to every game. Released by the 49ers, Kaepernick is no longer in the spotlight on the field, but is widely considered better than many quarterbacks in the league playing today.
The NFL may well look back and say, hey, we missed something at a crucial moment.
Tonight, Kaepernick tweeted thanks to his fans, but the NFL says it's up to the league's 32 teams to decide if Kaepernick should ever play again, a decision over the player who took a knee to stand up for what he believes in. Miguel Almaguer, NBC News.
Still ahead, the shocking confession from a priest, his parishioners stunned after he admitted to a past with the KKK. But a family he victimized says his apology doesn't go far enough. Also, cheerleading scandal caught on camera. Young teens screaming in pain as their coach appears to push them way past their limits. The growing outrage when we come back.
Yikes, looks like you got hooked by Verizon. Huh? Since they started hooking people with unlimited, have you noticed them slowing down at all? Are you feeling the drag?
Now that you mention it.
Sprint's network is build-friendly, with more spectrum for the future.
Thank you. Works for me.
Don't get hooked by Verizon. Switch to Sprint Unlimited for only $20 per month per line when you add 5 lines. Plus, for a limited time, save 50% instantly on a Samsung Galaxy S8.
Ugh, heartburn.
Sorry, ma'am, no burning here. Try Alka-Seltzer Heartburn Relief Gummies. They don't taste chalky and work fast.
Incredible. Can I try? She doesn't have heartburn.
Alka-Seltzer Heartburn Relief Gummies. Enjoy the relief.
Have you ever looked for a hotel online? Did you notice that there are so many different prices out there for the exact same room? Trivago searches hundreds of websites at the same time and shows you the most popular hotels. You can then easily compare all the hotel rooms that meet your search criteria and find the room that is ideal for you. Remember, Trivago shows you all the different prices for the exact same room. And that's how you can be sure that you find your ideal hotel for the best price. Hotel Trivago.
I love spending time with my grandson, but my bladder leakage was making me feel like I couldn't fully participate. Most of the products I used worked, but you kind of felt like you were wearing them, you know? Now Depend FitFlex has their fastest absorbing material inside. Having the Depend product makes me more confident because when I'm dry and comfortable, I know that I'm protected to do the things that I want to do. Go to Depend.com, get a coupon, and try them for yourself. You'll feel the difference.
Advil Liquid Gels work so fast, you'll ask, what bad back? What pulled hammy? Advil Liquid Gels make pain a distant memory. Nothing works faster, stronger, or longer. What? Pain. Advil.
Monday.
It's a new Will and Grace.
Behind the scenes with America's favorite